welcome back to my channel. So today we are playing with a bunch of new makeup products. They might not be new to the market, but they are new to me at least. So this is going to be a full face of first impressions, and this is the makeup look that we ended up with. So if you want to see how I created this makeup look as well as all the new goodies that I picked up, then please just keep on watching. I think I'm going to start with my eyes today because I have a feeling that this makeup look is going to take a very dramatic turn soon. So just to prevent any kind of messiness or the eyeshadow falling onto my cheeks and ruining my foundation, I'm going to do my eyes first so then I can just clean it up afterwards really easily. I'm just going to prime my eyes with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. It keeps my eyeshadow on all day, it intensifies the color, and especially underneath my lower lash line, I always pat primer under there because I always apply shadow under there. I've had this for a while and I just haven't used it, so I figured this would be a really nice video to use this product for the first time because it is a full face of first impressions. This is the NYX Infinite Shadow Stick in the color Rose Gold. It's just a rose gold focus. Come on. There you go. It's just a rose gold. It's just a rose gold jumbo eye pencil. So let's see how this goes. I might not even need this, but why not? It's actually a really pretty rose gold color. So to prevent any kind of creasing when you're using any kind of jumbo eye pencils or eye bases, lay a thin layer down, blend it out with your fingers, see what the pigmentation is like before you layer on more. So working in light layers definitely helps prevent creasing, but also having the product sit on your eye for a lot longer throughout the day. So again, same thing with this eye. I'm also just gonna put this down in the inner corners. So let's move on to some eyeshadows. Guys, I'm so excited to be using this palette. Here comes the hard part. What kind of eye look do I want to do with it? So I think I know what I want to do. I'm gonna take the first color, which is Lumber. I'm taking this on a Morphe M210 brush. I'm just gonna pack some of the shadow on the brush, tap off the excess, and just put this color all over my lid and right into the inner corner as well. This is actually a pretty close match to that rose gold eyeshadow base that we just laid down. So I'm just gonna put this all over my lid and just right into, like almost into my crease but not in my crease, and I'm just gonna concentrate this right into my lash line. It's going on so smoothly and the pigmentation is insane. So next I'm going to take this color called Sauced. It's a like beigey mid-tone matte color. I'm going to take this on a really fluffy brush. This is the Scone blending brush. I got this in my Ipsy bag a few months ago. So again, I'm just going to pack the color on the brush, tap off the excess, try not to breathe it in, and I'm just going to put this right above that color we just put down just to blend it out so that there's no harsh lines and everything just looks really blended together. So I'm just going to put this right into my crease and blend it out. So you see how much softer it looks compared to the other eye. It just helps blend everything in and softens the look. So again, I'm just going to blend out the other eye. So next I'm going to take the color Scorched, which is this one right here. It's like a really pretty dark rosy color with a lot of shimmer to it. I'm going to take this on a Crown Brush Pro Blending Fluff brush, C433. It's a very long name for a brush. So you're going to concentrate most of the pigmentation that's on your brush in the outer corners and start blending it in. And then once you feel like a lot of the product has fallen off or has been blended off your brush, start bringing it up and into the middle parts and start blending it into your crease. That way you're still getting a little bit of the color blended in, but you're not just ruining everything that you just worked on your lid. So that rose gold color is still there, so it's like a gradient effect, kind of like an ombre effect, and it just looks really pretty smoked out that way. Good thing we decided to do our eyes first because I get a little bit messy when it comes to smoky eyes. It just gets all over my upper cheeks. So putting on foundation before eyeshadow just makes no sense to me when I'm doing a really smoky eye. But for some people, foundation before eyeshadow just works better for them, and I envy those people. And I always stop kind of like midway when I'm doing this eye at least, just to take a step back and see that everything is evening out and not one eye is too dark. So just make sure that both eyes are even. So I actually am going to use the brush that comes with this palette. I'm going to use the pointier end, and I'm going to go in with this last color down here called Ember. It's a really shimmery, like brick red brown. So with this color, I'm just going to concentrate it in the outer V without blending it in too much to my eye. So I'm going to put this color down at the bottom of my lid. See how pigmented that is? Then I'm also going to be blending it into the V really, really lightly. I don't want to darken the color up too much because I want that kind of rose gold and scorched color to still shine through under this. So I'm really going to concentrate this on the bottom of my lid and then just start blending it in just a little bit. And I know it looks a little bit messy right now, but I promise after I clean up the mess that I've made, it will all start to pull together. So I'm going to take that crease color that we used in the beginning called Sauce on that same brush that we used earlier. And I'm going to blend this really lightly above all the colors that we just laid down so that it blends into my brow bone really nicely, but also kind of softens any harsh lines. So since I have a lot of shimmery colors on my eyes, I don't want a shimmery brow bone color, so I'm going to use a matte one instead. I'm going to use this color called Ounce, which is the first one in the palette. I'm going to take that on the other end of the brush that comes with this palette. I'm going to lift my brow bone, or lift my eyebrow actually, and put this right underneath it. And don't worry if it looks kind of harsh under there, because we will be blending it out. But I want to get it right underneath my eyebrow so that it just highlights everything and lifts everything really nicely. So this is more of a frosty white. I thought it was a matte white, but that's okay. As long as it's not super, super shimmery, we should be okay. So I'm just taking a makeup wipe and cleaning up any fallen shadows we have under our eyes, which is a lot today. And kind of clean that edge a little bit more so that it's like a nice sharp line. So I'm just gonna hop off camera, do my winged liner really quickly, and then I'll be right back. So I am back with my liner on. I also decided to throw on some falsies while I was off camera because I'm just horrible at applying my falsies on camera. It just looks really awkward and funny. So what I do is after lashes and my liner, I go back and intensify the outer corners just a little bit more with some darker colors so that this whole look is pulled together. And since we have a lot of shimmer on our eyes, I don't want to put any more shimmers on top. I want a little bit of dimension, so I'm going to use a matte color. I'm going to go in with the color Fuego and Ashes, which are these two colors right here. I'm going to blend both colors together, literally just going back and forth with my brush. I'm using that same brush that they supplied me with. Tap off any excess, and then I'm just going to put this right in the outer corner. So I'm going to darken this look up a little bit and smoke out my outer V. And you don't want to be too rough because you don't want to flick off your lashes or blend away your winged liner. So kind of just gently pat it on, and then once you get away from that liner part, you can start blending it in with some swipey motions. So I hope you can see the difference on camera. This eye just looks a little bit more smoked out and a little bit darker and a little bit more dramatic. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. So for our lower lash line, I'm just going to go in with a really small shadow brush, and I'm going to use the color, I'm going to go in with Scorched. I really, really love that color out of all these shimmery colors that I used today. And I'm going to line my entire lower lash line with this color. I'm going to bring it down a little bit lower than I usually do, but I really want this eye look to be super, super smoky. So I'm going to drag that down a little bit past my lower lash line. Just a clean pencil brush, I'm going to blend out the edges. And I'm going to take the color Ashes again. It's a really beautiful matte purple, and apply this just in the outer corner. And just for a little bit of dimension and color and to add on a little bit more smokiness to this eye look, I'm going to take the Buxom Holds the Line Waterproof Eyeliner in the color I'll Be Waiting. It's a really pretty smoky gray color. So let me put this down before I jab myself in the eye with it. So I'm just going to pull my eye down a little bit and line my lower lash line with this color. Just adds a really pretty smokiness to this eye. I just picked this up at Walmart the other day. This is the new L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. This literally looks identical to the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which you guys know I am obsessed with. So be on the lookout for a comparison video very, very soon. I'm just gonna quickly coat my lashes. I don't really know how I feel about this mascara just yet, especially because I'm wearing falsies. So finally, let's get some products on my face because honestly, this looks a little bit scary in my viewfinder right now, this like dramatic smoky eye with this very blank face. So of course, I'm gonna start off with the Marc Jacobs Coconut Gel Highlighter in the color Do You. This has been my go-to product before I apply any kind of foundation, BB cream, moisturizer, even in the morning if I'm just running out of the house really quickly. I do not do my foundation routine without this product first. I absolutely love the effects that it gives my skin, and I don't know if it's all in my head, but it makes my foundation last longer throughout the day, which is weird because I literally apply it to the highest points of my face and not anywhere else. But my foundation just looks a lot better throughout the day, it stays on longer, and it just gives my skin the most beautiful, natural, dewy glow. So apply it to the oh my goodness, the top of my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, between my eyebrows and up the middle of my forehead, just basically anywhere you would use a highlighter. I also apply it to my chin a little bit and Cupid's bow. So for foundation, we are trying out a new foundation today. It's one that I have been really excited to try, but just haven't been able to find my shade in the stores around me, but I found it at Walmart the other day. This is the new Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation, and I am in the color Bronze Beige, which is medium tan. I love that it's cruelty-free. I'm thinking about doing an all cruelty-free products makeup tutorial, so let me know if that's something that you're interested in. So it comes with a little spatula. Because this is my own foundation, I'm just gonna apply it right to my face. So let's start off with this cheek. I really don't know how the coverage is gonna be, so I'm just gonna do that much onto my face. So first off, before anything, this has a very strong chemical smell. I'm hoping that it just blends away and I don't notice it throughout the day, but I can smell it sitting on my face like this right now and it's not comfortable whatsoever. So I'm gonna blend this out with the new, what are you? L'Oreal Blend Artist Infallible Foundation Blender. I just got this as well, so this is my first time using it. And I did wet the sponge and squeeze out the excess water like I do with all my beauty sponges. And it's a lot softer than most of my beauty sponges. It is shaped like the Morphe sponge, but it's definitely not as stiff. I really don't know how I feel about the texture of the sponge. I mean, it's doing a nice job blending everything out. This foundation looks really good. It's definitely medium coverage. It's not building up to be full, it's just a fuller medium, but it looks really matte, which is perfect for the summertime because I get a little bit oily throughout the day. So I've been trying to work on my filming room. I'm making no progress, by the way, but I finally have my makeup room / closet done, which is the room that I'm in right now, which is why it's so echoey because there's not a lot of furniture in here just yet to absorb all the noise, so it's really echoey in here, which I hope isn't distracting throughout this video. And I think I will be filming a makeup collection video soon because this room is coming together a lot quicker, but the filming room is just the one that I've been procrastinating on, which is really bad because I really need to film my videos in one room and not move my lighting everywhere. My first impressions of this foundation is I love it. It's super natural looking while providing really good medium coverage. It's nice and matte. We'll see how my oils last throughout the day as I wear this. So for concealer, I don't have a new one to play with, so I'm just gonna use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles in the color Neutralizer. You guys know I am obsessed with this concealer. It's super brightening and it really does cover up my dark circles really well. And since it does have a brightening effect, I like to highlight my nose with it. So let's see how the pointy end of this beauty sponge does. Blended it in pretty nicely. The apartment is coming together nicely. Thank you to everyone who has been congratulating us and leaving really nice comments and messages. It's coming together. We finally got our coffee table. We've been here for almost 5 weeks and haven't had a coffee table, which I don't know if you guys realize, but a living room without a coffee table is kind of just, what's the word? Not unlivable, but it's a little bit of an inconvenience without a coffee table. But yeah, we finally have our coffee table. It looks really nice with all the furniture. We are in love with our couch. I can't wait to show you guys the couch. Not only is it beautiful, but it's literally the most comfortable couch ever. It's like the perfect napping couch, which was one of our requirements when shopping for a couch. It has to be nappable. So now that our concealer is blended in, I always like to flip back over to the flat part of the sponge and blend out around the edges of the concealer so that it matches, not matches, but blends in with the foundation and there's not like a bright yellow triangle under my eyes. So I'm just gonna quickly set my under eye concealer with some powder. This is of course the RCMA No Color Powder, the best translucent powder ever. So I like to give my face a little bit of time for everything to sink into my skin, especially the translucent powder. I don't want to work on any areas of my face yet and wipe away the powder. So for my brows today, I'm going to try out a new brow product. This is brand new and looks quite interesting. This is the Maybelline Brow Drama Shaping Chalk Powder in the color 120 Medium Brown. Influencers sent this as well as the new Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Crayon to me for a review. I'm not going to use the crayon one because it is in the color, what are you? It's something super red that's not going to fit me at all. I believe this is Auburn. Yeah, I think this is Auburn. It just looks a lot redder in the tint than it would my natural brow color, so I can't use that, but I am going to try out this medium brown one. Oh, it comes with an applicator like this. Come on camera, focus. There you go. It's like a little padded applicator with the brow product on it. So I don't know if I'm supposed to just apply this to my brows or use a brush. It applies really nicely onto my hand. You know what? We're gonna use a brush because my foundation is on. I really don't want to mess this up. So I'm gonna use the Luxie 215 small angle brush. I'm just gonna lightly, oh, there's a lot of product. Dip into the product, tap off the excess. It is a powder, so just be careful. It's like a loose brown powder. You really don't want to mess up your foundation with this. So let's just start at the arch. Holy moly. It's a really, really pigmented, oh my goodness, pigmented powder. I felt like I tap off a lot of the product and it's still going on super, super pigmented and opaque. I'm just gonna dab some of the product onto my hand and work from there because I feel like if I go right into the applicator with my brush, it picks up so much product. Honestly guys, I did not pick up that much product at all. I'm gonna use this spoolie from the pencil to brush off the excess product. Needless to say, I am loving this powder from Maybelline. Oh my goodness. All right, let's do the other eyebrow. I love it. It's super pigmented. It still looks really natural. It was really easy to use. My only tip with it is to go very, very lightly into the product with your brush. Alrighty, so let's move on back to our face and finish it up. I'm gonna be using a new bronzer, new for me at least. This is from the brand Vita Liberata. This is their Crystal Press Self Tanning Bronzing Minerals Powder, and it comes in a compact like this. I'm just gonna take my Real Techniques multitask brush, tap into this powder, actually swirl into this powder. I feel like my brush isn't picking it up. Alrighty, so I think I have some product on there. Tap off the excess and let's bronze our skin up. So this is a self-bronzing or self-tanning bronzing powder, which is definitely new to me. Does it make my skin tan easier? I don't understand how this works. Or does it work like self-tanning products where it just gradually gets darker throughout the day. I'm a little nervous now that I'm putting this on my face and realizing what I'm putting on my face. But the color looks really, really nice. It's a cool ashy tone bronzer, so it looks like I'm contouring my cheeks, but I'm really just bronzing it up with this bronzer. So far I really like it. Let's bring some on the jawline to blend in that foundation to the rest of my body. This color is really, really nice. It's really natural, but it looks like you just got some sun on you. It's really pretty. It goes on really smoothly. It blends out really nicely. Loving it. Ah, some color back to my face. That looks a lot better. So this gets 2 thumbs up from me. I really enjoy it so far. I'm going to keep wearing it to give you guys a full review on it. So let's move on to blush. This is from the brand Flower, which if you don't know is Drew Barrymore's makeup line. And this is the Flower Pot Powder Blush in the color Peach Primrose. So let's open this bad boy up and see how it looks. The packaging is super, super adorable. It has a rose inlay and it's just a really beautiful peachy color. I'm gonna use my Luxie 522 tapered highlighter brush for this. I love using this brush for blush. It just pinpoints exactly where I need the color really nicely. Ooh, that's really pretty. No lie, I didn't have really high expectations for this blush. I just kind of bought it to see what the makeup line was like, but I have a feeling I might be going back to pick up some other colors from this blush line and some new products from this makeup line. The color is super natural. So this is with color, this is without. It looks really pretty, really natural, but you can still see the peach color on there. And I think it ties in with the eye look really nicely. And what I like to do, especially in the summertime, is to brush a little bit of my blush right across the bridge of my nose. Not too much. You definitely don't want to go into the blush and then put it across your nose. Just whatever's left on your brush. Just brush it lightly across the bridge of your nose and right here on the sides of your temples. Not only does it tie your whole face together, but it also makes it look like you just came in from the sun. It's a really nice, soft, like sun-kissed effect that I learned, I can't remember when or where, but I've been doing it for years, especially in the summer. So that's a little blush trick for you if you want to try it out. I really like how matte everything looks right now on my face. I feel like if this were the fall, I would just leave it like this. But since it is the summer months, let's move on to some highlighter. I am so excited to try this out. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. This has been sold out everywhere for me, but I finally found it at my local Walmart and I'm so excited. So I'm going to use the color, what is this? Precious Petals. So let's just tap into the product, tap off the excess. Here we go. Oh my goodness. As always, I like to blend my highlighter right into whatever this part of your face is, the apples of my cheeks, I guess, just lightly, and I'll use the clean side to blend it out, just so that my highlighter looks good from every direction that I turn my face. Guys, look at that glow. It looks really natural, but you can definitely tell there's a glow going on. I'm gonna use a smaller, fluffy brush and highlight the tip of my nose and drag it down the bridge of my nose. Get a little bit more on the brush, highlight my cupid's bow. So I'm going to take a smaller eyeshadow brush, go in with this highlight and highlight my inner corners. Oh my goodness. So crazy pigmented and brightening. So for lips, I'm going to use the new Urban Decay Vice lipsticks from the Naked Heat collection. I have all 3 shades in Fuel, Scorched, and Heat. Because our eyes are so dramatic, I think I'm going to go in with that nude color called Fuel. And this is a cream. Let's see how this looks. Oh my gosh. This packaging is beautiful. It's like a mirrored finish copper color. It's super, super pretty. So here is the lipstick color. This is going to be my new lip color. The color itself is so pretty. It's a nude, but more of a peachy brown as opposed to a pinky nude. I feel like it's perfect for this eye look with this blush. It just looks really good as an entire makeup look. Alright guys, so this is the finished makeup look for today's video. I honestly loved everything that I tried out today. Everything worked really nice. Everything went really smooth, thank goodness. And I really liked how this makeup look came out. You will be seeing a full in-depth review with swatches on my channel really soon with this palette. This lipstick, cannot say enough good things about it. But yeah, that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked the way this makeup look turned out. Let me know what you think of all the products that I tried out below if you tried it out for yourself. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys. And this is their Topaz Powder Highlighter. It looks super pretty all over your lid, blended with a little bit of bronzer into your crease, and you have the perfect everyday, like, natural looking smoky eye.